Outside in the lobby, show me something, keep it soft and tell nobody in the city, smoke exotics. Spin it slow.
Hey Rose, that's Yanni Rose, and welcome back to my channel. Boop, boop, boop. So today I'm going to show you dolls how to, I'm going to show you literally the most natural wig, is that a word? The most natural wig like I've ever came across. This wig is pre-plucked, like the hairline looks amazing. I did go ahead and do the stocking cap method. If you want to see a more detailed video on how I do this stocking cap method, check the description box down below. So without further ado, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so you never miss an upload from me, and turn your notifications on so you're notified every time I upload. Also, do not forget to follow me on all my social media, I was about to say outlets, on all my social media platforms. That's Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter, all at Yanni Rose. So if you want to connect with me, be my BFF, then those are the places to go. So let's go ahead and get started. So the wig I'm going to be featuring today is from 100 Human Wigs, which is the company is Sunwell. So the wig came in this box, probably can barely see it. It just says Sunwell, 100% virgin hair. So the wig I'm going to be featuring today is the Brazilian Virgin Silky Straight Full Lace Wig, and like I said, the hairline is pre-plucked, and the density is 130%, which is like really, it's not like too thin, but it's like a natural density, especially for straight hair. It's going to look super natural on the head. The hair is a natural black, and again, and the length of this wig is an 18-inch. They do have a service where if you want them to bleach the knots for you, they will, without extra charge. So that is really good to note if you're someone that doesn't like to bleach knots, or you have a hard time with bleaching the knots. However, this wig did not come with a bleach knots, but it still looks pretty good. Like if I put it against my skin, it looks pretty good. So I'm just going to show you dolls how to apply this. It's going to be pretty simple because it's already pre-plucked, and you don't really need to bleach the knots. As you can see, it looks really, really good. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on my head. I like to put the wig on my head, then cut the lace, because you can see where your hairline is and you can cut it to really fit your head. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on my head. So as you can see, I'll probably pluck the part a little bit just to make it a little wider. But as you can see, it looks really good. Like I said, the hairline is pre-plucked. So it already looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is kind of just put it on my head. Make sure it's even. Okay, like right there. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it while it's on my head. Like I said, this is going to make sure that you get the most natural hairline and make sure it fits your head really, really good. I'm just going to look into a mirror. So I like to do just one snip up, and then I'm just going to go ahead and kind of cut this around my head. And the best way to get the most natural look with any wig is to get as close as possible to the hairline, because when you have that extra like lace, it just looks, it does not look good at all. So when you get around the ear part, just make sure you're just kind of cutting it around the ear like that. So you may want to you know, clip it back, but if you're someone that has a hard time with cutting the lace on your head, by all means, you can put it on a mannequin head and cut it like that. But like I said, I feel like the best way to, let me get a clip. I feel like the best way to get it to fit your head is to do it on your head. Okay, so I'm going to take it off, and I'm just going to cut the back. So as you can see, this wig does have 3 combs on the crown and then a comb in the back. That's if you have like your hair braided. As you can see, I don't have my hair braided, so I'm just going to go in the back and just cut as closely as possible without cutting any hair. You just want this little extra lace part. So this is just the lace in the back. It's just really good if you want to wear your hair up. It's not going to look as natural as like a 360 wig, but it'll still lay flat on your head, and it'll still be super close. So if you want to wear your hair in like a low bun or a low ponytail, it's really good for that, but nothing that's like super high up, if that makes any sense. Okay, so as you can see, it's laying perfectly. So what I'm gonna do right now is just pin this back. Then I'm just gonna pluck the part a little bit so it's a little wider. I like my parts to be a little bit wider, so especially if it's the middle part, I like it to look a little more natural. So what I'm gonna do is just take my tweezers and just start plucking the part. And make sure you're not just plucking on one side. Make sure you bounce on each side because you want it to be even. You don't want it to be too big on one side and too thin on the other. You want to make sure that you're plucking it so it looks super even. Alright, so now that we got it all plucked out, I know my camera kind of stopped, but I made the part a little bit thicker. So I did go ahead and just put some foundation powder on the lace a little bit and where the part is going to be, just so it looks super duper natural and it doesn't look like too light on my skin tone. So as you can see, the parting looks way more natural. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a little bit of Gots to Be in the front. Just a little bit, just so the like the sideburns of the hair lay flat. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and clip it back. And this wig is really good for beginners because you don't have to do too much work with it. So I'm gonna take my Gots to Be gel in the yellow container, and all I'm gonna do is literally just add the thinnest layer. I just want a little bit of the gel, just to kind of have something to press the lace into so it lays super flat. And I'm just using the edge of a rat tail comb, and as you can see, you can literally barely see where I'm putting the gel because I'm just adding the tiniest amount. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit of just some random hairspray, just a little bit, and this is just going to help really soak into the lace and really push it down into your skin. So I'm not going to use any heat. Just going to push it back. So you want to lay it where it's like perfectly on the tacky part. I'm not going to use, make sure you don't have any little pieces of hair sticking out. So I'm going to take the comb and kind of just go ahead and press it lightly because you don't want it to be white. I'm just pressing it lightly. This is why you want a thin layer of the gel, because like I said, you don't want it to be like white or anything, and then you just don't want it to be looking like, you don't want it to be super like cakey. So this is the easiest way to like just get a good install without being like too cakey on the gel. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take a little toothbrush. I'm gonna wet it with a little bit of water, and we're just gonna use this to like kind of get up some of the excess gel and make like little bitty baby hairs. Nothing too dramatic. So like I said, you want this to look, pushing some of the hair back, getting some of that like extra gel out, and then I'm just adding a little bit of baby hairs, just a little bit. Take a little bit of hairspray, hold it back. So right now I'm gonna take the clip out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and like flatten this a little bit because it was fresh out of the pack. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, just flatten it a little bit so it's super straight. And it is straightening really good, which is a plus. Go ahead and do this side. Y'all, it looks so good. Like I said, the density really determines how natural a wig is going to look. but I really like this. This is like really natural, so I do like that. Alrighty dolls, so this is the finished wig. It's like, it comes down to like my boob, under my boob. So it looks really good, really sleek. The texture is so pretty, y'all. It looks so good. I'm gonna zoom you dolls in on the frontal. So, alright dolls, so here is the frontal. And I like how they like cut right here, so it's like short already, so you don't have to worry about doing too much customizing. So it looks really good, y'all. Alright dolls, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you loving this wig, give it a big thumbs up. I'm super impressed. Like I said, this is literally the easiest install. The hairline was so good, pre-plucked. Only thing, you do have to pluck the part just a little bit, but nothing too over the top. It's easy to customize. I would say honestly, this is the best wig that I have ever tried that I had to do like minimum customization and like just, you know, minimum work. Like, who is not into minimum work? Like, we're not trying to do all this. 2018, we ain't got time to be doing all this with these wigs, honey. So if you want to know more about this wig, then check the description box down below and let me know what you dolls want to see next in the comment section down below. And yeah, I hope you dolls enjoy, and I will see you in my next one.